Some mornings we wake up and we smile. We know that the day is going to be great. And in fact, we know that when we wake up with that kind of attitude, it really does put a good spin on the rest of the day. But there's some days we wake up, maybe even with a smile on our face. But as the hours pass, something tragic happens. Something even maybe that we were expecting. Something maybe that is completely a surprise. But it takes us and it shakes us. And in that moment, we have a choice. 9/11 happened 15 years ago. And as that day was happening, as the planes were crashing into the buildings, my husband and I and our family were experiencing joy. Not, of course, because of what was happening, but what was happening in our own life. See, we never know what's going on with somebody else. But on that day, 15 years ago, we were bringing home our child. We'd had the perfect home birth, and I would do it again every time because our home birth, I'm told, is the reason she survived. But she inspired her meconium, and so she needed medical care. And on 9/11/2001, we brought her home. See, we never know the impact or what's going on behind somebody else's doors, right? We shut ourselves off to the world. We have this facade that looks like everything's okay. But I challenge you to look deeper. Something happens in our life sometimes, like I mentioned, that either is something we knew was coming or something that's a surprise. But today, the man who motivated me to write my first book died. And he was supposed to live only 6 months, and we got 2 years. And that's 2 years where his family got to enjoy him. And the real motivation, I guess, for the book was his daughter. Because she was 13 or 14 when he got ill, and she needs him. I knew from my own experience with my own family that sometimes things are hard, but there will be questions she wants to hear from him. There's things that she will go through that she needs somebody to say, everything's going to be okay, honey. People can be mean. The world isn't always fair. And today, the world isn't always fair. Because this man and his loving family, well, it's a new beginning. And so when we have something earth-shattering that grabs our heart and shakes, as the crust falls off, I plead with you, figure out what the message is. Sometimes stuff just happens, that's okay. But sometimes what bad is going on in your life is a white flag. It starts small. Look here, help me. But we ignore these things. We shove them down. We pretend that they don't matter. And then something big happens and we either fall to the ground and get stuck in the rubble. We fall into those holes. Or we pile those rocks on and we stand on them and we declare that we are important. The message that we have that was gifted only to us needs to come out. And I know that you have a message, or you would not have been led through all the thousands of posts on Facebook to watch this message today. So please pray for my friend's family. They're going to be going through some horrible times in the days to come, even though we're all glad that he's out of pain. But the pain for me right now is not only the loss of our friend, but the loss of you. If you are not supporting your children in the way that they need you to, if you're not present and focused on your necessity of doing things at work, wherever it is in your life that you're feeling like you're not putting yourself into, I challenge you to do that now in his name, please. Sometimes we wake up and that's all we get. And if you die without doing those things that you know are important, you and the other people that it would have impacted, they didn't get that. You must. I'm Dr. Brooke Lyons, and I'm inviting you to share yourself the most important parts of you, the things you've learned, the times that your whole world were shaken and fell to the ground and you built it up again and you stood on top and you said, "Hi world, I'm here and I'm ready to do what you put me here for." Please be that in the world.